Is the Sonic redesign actually better? How's it going, my fellow moviegoers? Chris is back here in the movie chair, and today I would like to talk to you guys about the brand new redesign of Sonic that Paramount Pictures and Sega has introduced to us. Now, for everybody who remembers, earlier this year, Paramount and Sega actually released the first trailer for the brand new Sonic the Hedgehog live-action movie they are working on. And when that trailer came out, it was criticized heavily, by including yours truly, of course, for the absolutely atrocious design of Sonic the Hedgehog in that thing. Them taking away the cartoon, manga kind of style that made him famous and made him synonymous and trying to turn him into more human. So Paramount heard our cries and Sega heard our cries, and they said, we are going to redesign the Sonic the Hedgehog. We're going to try to make him to where fans will like it. We're going to have to push our movie back until next year, because it was supposed to come out in November of this year, all the way to February in next year. Did it pay off? Well, they just showed us the new design, and I gotta say, I was actually kind of impressed with what they did. They actually created a Sonic the Hedgehog that actually looked like Sonic the Hedgehog from the video games to fit into our world. Now, what does this actually do to make things better? Well, besides the fact that they have just appeased a bunch of fans to where people are now actually accepting of this Sonic the Hedgehog, let's look at some other things about how they actually made it better. They have now created something that people can actually look at and associate as Sonic the Hedgehog and not feel like it's just a rip-off design or a cheap design or a second-hand design, if you will, of the original one. It's kind of like if you go online and you see a picture of something and it's like, oh, look at this product. It is the actual licensed product on Amazon that you can buy. You go and you click and you buy it. And then when you get it, you're disappointed because it's more of like a second-hand, cheap knockoff version. That's what it looked like when you saw the original design for Sonic. But I'm going to go a little bit deeper with this too. Just look at this one scene right here taken from the video. It's where Sonic the Hedgehog is surprised by his little human friend in the trailer. Now, if you look at the Sonic the Hedgehog redesign in the new trailer, look at his eyes. There's so much more emotion in the eyes with his eyebrows, with the movement. He actually looks worried. He actually looks scared. Now look at the design of him in the first trailer. There is no emotion there. His eyes are blank. There is no emotion, there is no feeling, there is no character in it. That's going to be the thing. When you take a cartoon character like Sonic the Hedgehog and you try to make him more realistic and more human or more whatever kind of creature he's supposed to be, you end up taking away a lot of the details from the cartoon that would actually show us emotion, whether it be happiness, fear, anger, that they would express. It's kind of like the live-action Lion King, which I have criticism over. When you watch the live-action Lion King, they are so realistic in the way that they look as animals. It is so hard to see any emotion in their facial expressions or in their eyes that you got from the cartoon version. And that was one of my big critiques about that Lion King movie. That probably would have been a big critique of mine for this Sonic the Hedgehog movie too. So I really do feel like we're going to get more expression and more character out of Sonic in this one too. But also there's something else that I noticed too about this trailer. Not only has this redesign brought a new look for Sonic the Hedgehog, could it have brought a new look for the movie as well? What do I mean by that? Well, let's look at the first trailer, for example. When that first trailer came out, there was a lot of jokes in it that I just cringed at. It was just like, God, that is so bad. It made me not want to see the film. Even after the Sonic design, there were some jokes in there that I just thought were horrible. Fast forward to the new trailer they just released. Those jokes seem to have been missing in this trailer. There were some new jokes put in place that I noticed and some more avenues that felt different from what the first movie trailer had. This trailer for me actually felt a little bit like more the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon that I grew up watching in the 90s with the jokes and the humor they had into it, and Sonic kind of behaved a little bit like he did back then. So I'm really curious, with this redesign, were there rewrites? Could there have been some reshoots? I didn't hear anything about it, but there's a possibility there could have been. Or maybe they just kind of hid those jokes from us in the trailer and just showed us some brand new ones that were already in the movie that they didn't show in the first trailer. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when the movie comes out. Now, if this movie comes out and those jokes are missing, that's going to be a big deal, because not only did they put time, effort, and money into the redesign of Sonic the Hedgehog, they put those same things into rewriting this movie and reshooting a lot of scenes in order to give us a movie that we actually feel like would be Sonic the Hedgehog in this Sonic the Hedgehog universe with the video games and the TV shows. Which I wonder, how's that going to affect any future installments in this franchise? They've probably spent a lot of money on this right now, and it's going to need to make a lot of money at the box office in order to make up for it. And with the history of video game movies in the box office not particularly doing so well, that's going to become a big issue. And let's face it, I'm not having any high hopes for this movie so far because of the fact that in the past, we've been burned when it comes to video game movies being turned into movies, have we not? I think there's only been so many video game based movies that were actually good. You could probably just count them on one hand, really. So we're gonna have to go into this thing. Don't go into this thing with extremely high expectations just because they redid the Sonic character. That's gonna be the big thing now. A lot of people are gonna go in there with very high expectations of the movie. You may be happy with the design, but the writing is still what we need to look at. So please just go in there with kind of like middle range expectations. Don't be disappointed in yourself. But I would like to know what you guys thought about this. Are you happy about the redesign? Do you think it looks better? Are you still maybe worried or excited about the film? Please just let me know down in the comment section, because that's what it's there for. And if you enjoyed this, please remember to give it a like and also to subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date with all the upcoming videos that I'll be doing. And if you want to catch up on a past video that I did, why don't you check out this one for why Kylo Ren will die in episode 9. Alright my friends, that's all the time we have for today. I'll be seeing you guys later, and I will save you a movie chair for the next video.